Hey everybody, it's Nikhil and I'm back with another reaction video. So the video we're going to be reacting to today is from Impressive. It is Skai Jackson arrested for DV. Skai is pregnant and engaged too. That's news to me. Simone Biles' bio mom speaks out. That's her biological mom. I did see a post about that, maybe on the Shade Room or something. But this Skai Jackson stuff is news to me. Arrested, pregnant, engaged. We gotta see what's going on, y'all. So leave a like on this video, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. The Disney star Skai Jackson was arrested for putting her hand.
Disney Channel star Skai Jackson arrested for domestic battery after a public fight with her boyfriend. Oh Lord.
Hands on her boyfriend. According to TMZ, this incident happened last week. She was at Universal City Walk with her boyfriend, and apparently they had an altercation, and she pushed him a few times, and one of the security guards noticed it, and they basically detained Skai and her boyfriend. Now, when I heard this story, I was pretty shocked, but this wasn't the most shocking part. The most shocking part is Skai is actually pregnant and engaged. When Skai and her boyfriend were detained, they denied getting physical with each other, and they explained that they're happily engaged and expecting a baby. Okay? Now, even though they tried to convince the officer that things were all good, Skai is still not out of trouble just yet, because currently the LA District Attorney's Office is reviewing this case because she was caught on camera pushing her boyfriend, so she could possibly face a misdemeanor battery charge. So we'll see what happens, but this whole story is a mess, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, see, I've been sitting here looking like this for a minute. I'm trying to process everything that was said. So she was pushing him, security detained her. She like, hey, and he like, hey, everything is fine. She's pregnant and we are engaged, so you know everything is fine. But she was still arrested. Is that's what I'm hearing correct? So she had to expose her pregnancy. Some she probably was keeping under wraps until she wanted to formally mention it. And she's engaged. What the hell? This is a lot.
Hey, what? Little Skai is out here roughing up her man. For some reason, I can't picture this happening. I guess it's because she's so little compared to him. Like, he's twice her size. So if she did push him, she couldn't really do much damage to him. But
I don't keep up with her. How long has this been her boyfriend? I've never seen this man until today. I've never seen this man. And I think I saw something, ain't she from like New York or something? You know how they get down. No offense to y'all, but you can't play with them. And it was a pushing. I wonder if it was like, was she yelling too? Like, I need the full story. Were they arguing? She like, get up off me. Like, did he touch her or nothing? Like, I need more information.
To be fair, she still has to be held accountable. It doesn't matter if she's a woman. She shouldn't be putting her hands on anybody, and vice versa. A man should not be putting his hands on a woman. But still, it is really pretty messed up. I mean, this is the first time we've heard Skai getting caught up in a DV incident. And the fact that she's engaged to this man and expecting a child, I mean, this is just a lot. To bring a child into this mess, and the parents are fighting already. Child, and we don't know much about this guy either. I just hope it's not one of those situations where he's using Skai for a come up or using her for her money. But I would be foolish to think that that couldn't possibly be the case, because I don't know what this guy does for real. Like, is he a rapper or what? Like, did she get him off the street?
See, that'd be the thing. When celebrities get in relationships, most people, like the general public, would prefer for them to get with like another celebrity, so they don't feel like they get taken advantage of, which I could understand. That's usually what be going on, but it's not all the time. And maybe she knew him before the fame and shit. So I don't know. But we also don't know who this is, so we don't got no answers. We just gotta make assumptions. But hopefully, if she really pregnant and engaged, hopefully, he a good dude. They having a good time. But damn, that was not on my bingo card this year, y'all. Skai Jackson, arrested, pregnant, and engaged, all the same. That's crazy.
Like, where did he come from? But seriously, when I look at this situation, I get a little sad because Skai had so much promise. I mean, she was a Disney Channel star. She could have moved on and did more. She could have been like Marsai Martin, But unfortunately, she hasn't been able to keep her brand super polished because she has been caught up in some drama here and there. And this recent drama is going to be very difficult to cover up because, she got arrested. But I do hope moving forward that we won't hear any more about any altercations because Skai doesn't need that. She's pregnant, so that's not good for the baby, and it's not good for her relationship or her brand. This is a horrible look for her.
I talked about this in another video. Why is it so normalized to have these kids before marriage? And she's so young. Well, obviously she's above the age of 18, so after that you're gonna do what you want. But I don't know. That's just my thought process. I want to wait. I want to be married, and damn, they fighting. She pushing up on him and she pregnant with him, but it could be the hormones. But again, you don't do that to nobody. But I would just love for us to get back to the marriage then kids.
For her brand. Now, I want to move on and talk about this story. Now, Simone Biles' biological mother, Shannon Biles, did an interview with the Daily Mail. And she is now asking and pleading for Simone to reach out to her so she could explain to her why she wasn't in her life. Now, just to give a backstory, Simone's mother lost all 4 of her children to the foster care system because of her battle with addiction. Okay. Simone was taken away from her at the age of 3 years old, and thankfully when she turned 6 years old, she and one of her sisters named Adria were adopted by their grandfather Ronald and his wife Nellie. So Ronald and Nellie were the ones who raised Simone to be the Olympic champion that we see today. Okay. And Simone talked about this during her interview on the Call Me Daddy podcast.
When you were 3, you went into foster care.
Yes.
Can you share just a little bit, what was going on at home that led to that?
I was only 3 years old, so I learned that a little bit whenever I was older, but drug and alcohol abuse. And so I just don't think that she was around too much, and people, would call CPS or see us out and about. So that's kind of what happened. That's when foster care came and got us and placed us into a foster home. And so the only thing that I remember,
I did not know this,
was just being anxious when we would go to sleep because my brother was in the room next door. And I think we were just always used to sleeping together or close or whatever because he's not that much older, and mind you, we were 3. And so I just had anxiety problems. We were in a girls' room. They had girls' rooms and boys' rooms. And from my knowledge that sometimes during the night or during the day they would take kids out and replace them into a different home, and that's usually how siblings were separated. So I was just so terrified that if I woke up my brother wouldn't be there. Even though I was with my sister, I was like, oh, we all have to stay together, kind of that thing, even from a young age. So I'd always sneak in and go sleep with him because I'm like, oh, this is my brother, because I didn't understand the separation whenever at nighttime.
Did your parents ever talk to you about your biological parents?
Kind of funny because I'm not sure the relationship, maybe because we didn't ask either, but we knew who it was as we got older, Shannon, and that's kind of what we just addressed her as. But I knew once I got older that that's my dad's daughter, and then that's also crazy explaining to people because I'm like, my biological mom is also my dad's daughter, and I call him dad. So it's just like everybody's hella confused.
So your grandparents adopted you at 6.
Yes.
And now they're your parents.
Yes.
Boom. How do you think that did change the trajectory of your life?
It's her
Everything.
mom.
I have
Okay.
no idea where I would be without being adopted. Unfortunately, I might end up the same statistic that other foster kids unfortunately end up. And you know, at 18 years old, you get kicked out of a foster home. So then you're homeless.
Right.
If you don't get into college and stuff, which most people don't graduate high school, you're on the streets. So like, I fear for what my life would have looked like.
Yeah.
So that was Simone talking about her.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have been a Simone Biles if they did not adopt her at 6. Wow, that's crazy. I did not know this. I'm just finding this out now that her biological mom is speaking out. I saw that on Shade Room, but I didn't know that she still was with her family. So that is such a great thing, and she still got to experience her family. She wasn't just adopted by just any old family or in the foster care system for, that whole time. So that is crazy. This is news to me.
Her adoption. Now, her biological mother, Shannon, continued to struggle even after her children were taken away from her. She racked up a string of debt. She had to file for bankruptcy, and she currently is living in a crime-ridden neighborhood. In fact, this is her home. So she hasn't really been living the best, and she still is struggling with her addiction. But recently she did an interview with the Daily Mail, and she actually wants Simone to reach out to her.
Whenever she's ready, and I'm here. I want her to be able to come to me and say, okay, let's have a sit down, because there's some things I want to know. So I just have to have patience. I want to let her know that I love her. I'm very proud of her. But I'm just still waiting, I would like to sit down and talk to you and answer any questions you may have. 'Cause I don't know what you've been told but I want you to hear the real deal. I was an addict. I will always be an addict. But there's just a way that you have to learn how to stay away from people, places, and things, and change your routine, and just change your life. Live your best life. If I need to know anything, I'll call my dad. Hey, Dad, what's going on with Simone? How's everybody doing? He keeps me posted.
So you don't have like a direct number that you can even reach out to her?
I do, but I won't.
Why not?
I want her to reach out to me. She's 27 now. She's married. I would like to have been a part of that, but I just have to wait for her.
Now this interview,
I like her thinking on that, because anybody that has made it to like the stature Simone is, celebrity, rich in a sense, you don't want the people that's like been like the part of the downfall of your life to reach out to you directly once you've come up. Because when you reaching out to me once I come up, only thing I'ma think is that you want something from me. So she's allowing her grown daughter to reach out to her when she's ready. I just hope it don't be I ain't been there, but mama's in debt. I hope not. But that's how that addiction stuff go. They can't even, they can't put that together that that's not okay to do. They just need they fix. So I don't know if she clean or anything. But is the Daily Mail messy going to go find her to get her for an interview? Like, I don't know. That seems a little messy. I know they talked to Simone first, but then you go find her mama? Or she probably called them like, hey, I got the other half of the story. I heard Simone, come talk to me. This crazy though.
you kind of confused me a bit, and I do wonder if the Daily Mail was the one who sought her out for an exclusive interview, because it seems like the mother was kind of doing this interview for a check. I mean, it's pretty obvious that she doesn't care to really connect with Simone like that, because if she did, she would reach out to her. I mean, she actually had.
I don't agree, Miss Impressive. I don't agree with that. I think her approach is great. It is still wrong that, you know, you let this happen in your life and you lost her and you weren't able to keep in contact or speak with her for this long. But if her mother reaches out to her now that she's up this high, she only gonna think one thing. Like, that's just how I see it. That's my opinion. Obviously Impressive has a different opinion. What y'all think down in the comments? If y'all was in this situation, would you want your mom to reach out to you? Or would you prefer for her to, make this statement maybe to the grandpa, or like she doing in this interview, that she would prefer for Simone to reach out when she's ready? I don't know. I think I like her approach. Because you wouldn't want the mama to be too needy either, because I was in the foster care system because of you, lady. Like, that's still gonna hurt. That's trauma forever. She gonna feel that forever, even after therapy. So I don't know. I like her approach. I think it's a good approach. Let Simone come to her.
Has access to her. She has her phone number, so she could definitely call her up. And even if she didn't have the nerve to call her, she could still at least send a text message or something, just to kind of let her know that she actually cares a little bit. But I don't think Simone gets the feeling that her mother cares at all.
I'm gonna keep pausing. This is touchy. The mother is embarrassed. She probably embarrassed. She feels like a failure. She don't want to take up more of her space now that she like in the limelight. Yeah, I don't think it was best for her to go do this interview. If it was for a check, they could have kept it in the family. But since Simone finally like speaking out about it on there, I guess she was like, let me do one. Again, we don't know if she called Daily Mail or Daily Mail called her. Either way, they got in contact and they both agreed. So it's on both of them. But I don't know. That's a weird one, because she still was in the family and she still was checking in. So she say, allegedly, she still was checking in with her father, which is the grandpa, to see how Simone and the son was doing. I don't know. This some tricky.
And that's probably why she's distant. But see, Shannon can close this distance if she wants to, but she's too prideful, and she almost comes off a bit entitled by expecting the daughter that she abandoned to reach out to her after all of these years. It doesn't work that way. But like I said, I don't feel like the mother truly cares about connecting with Simone like that. I think she got paid for this interview, and she's just saying whatever she needs to say to make the story interesting enough. But I do hope that Simone's biological mother at least gets help for her addiction, because
definitely
it's a crippling illness, and clearly it has affected her life in so many different ways, to the point that she can't even show up for her own biological children. And that's just really sad. That's really sad. But who knows what the future may hold for her and Simone. Maybe somewhere down the line they will connect with each other. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, tell what you all think about the video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I agree with the approach. She should not be bugging Simone or like pressing her when she knows she was the problem. We don't know what healing Simone has did. So if her mama just start texting her or trying to call her, that's going to bring that back to the forefront, when she probably don't even want that. So I don't know. That's how I feel, y'all. Let me know if y'all agree or not. I don't know. We can have a good lengthy discussion about this in the comments if y'all want. Let me know what other topics or videos y'all want me to react to. Leave that down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.